Hey everyone, and today's question of the day is what is your ASL? You guys already know a lot of stuff about me, and I just want to see what my audience is, what is my subscribers are. So ASL is HX location. Personally, I am 19, male, and I live in Pennsylvania right now. So here's the skit, the Snorlax. Poor Trent Raffle. And here's another battle with Game Freak, and he wanted me to battle again, this time with my main team, and I haven't used my main team in a while, so I decided to use it. So I lead with Aerodactyl, obviously against his Skarmory, and right off the bat I'm going to taunt because I know Skarmory really can't do anything to me. So now I set up the Stealth Rocks as he Drill Pecks, and he's going to go with it again as I switch in a Hitran. And it's too soon to overpredict, so I go with the Fire Blast, and unfortunately he does have the Ninetales, which has Flash Fire. And now that I'm locked in Fire move, I do have to switch out, and I'm going to go into Aerodactyl to see what he's going to do, and he plays the smart move, and hypnosises me. And on the switch back into Heatran, he nasty plots, but Heatran is scarfed, and he knows this. So I'm going to go with the Earth Power, but he switches it into Gengar, another nice prediction. I can't seem to do anything, can I? So he's going to go with a Focus Splash with Gengar, and that's going to do a lot of damage to my incoming Scizor. But I predicted that he would stay in, so I go with the Bullet Punch instead of the Pursuit. I thought he was going to stay in because I think this thing is Scarfed. But doesn't matter now, it's dead now. And he goes into Gyarados, and I have to switch out because the Intimidate drops my attack. So I go into Celebi, who resists most of Gyarados' moves. And he goes the Substitute, but I predicted that he might do that because I played this Gyarados before, so I go with the Psychic. And that's awesome because if I had gone with the Leech Seed there, obviously that wouldn't be good. So he takes the free damage on the Waterfall, then switches out. And I'm going to Psychic again, and it hits the Skarmory, which doesn't do a whole lot. So I'm going to try to set up the Leech Seed, and it misses, and that sucks. Leech Seed always seems to miss for me nowadays, and it has 90% accuracy, so I have no idea what's going on with that. So I get the Leech Seed now, and he Whirlwinds. And I get hurt by the spikes he just set up, which is unfortunate. I can't believe I let him set that up. And I'm going to U-turn away, just to get damage. And I want to switch in something that can hurt the Skarmory, and he does go with the other spikes, so now he kind of has to switch out, because Heatran is going to dominate that Skarmory. But I try to predict the switch in Earth Power. Unfortunately, he roosts, so that was terrible. Had I gone with the Fire Blast there, I would have had dead Skarmory, and that sucks. So I go into Salamence, because he's immune to spikes, and he's going to Whirlwind away, and he's going to get my Lucario with the spikes, and that's kind of annoying, because Lucario really can't stand having damage on it. But fortunately for me, I still have the Leech Seed on the Skarmory, so I do know that I'm not going to be taking a whole lot of damage from spikes when he Whirlwinds me away. And now, as you can see, Lucario is fully healed. Now, I did go with the close combat there, predicting the Whirlwind, but he just made the safe play and roosted. But I go into Salamence now because he resists the spikes, and he actually switches out too, I guess, to stop the Leech Seed, and he switches out into Gyarados. And obviously I'm in the position of power here, considering my Salamence isn't injured. And I know that the only moves he actually has is Waterfall and Earthquake, so I feel pretty safe about just killing this thing off now with my Outrage. I am locked into Outrage, but Gyarados is going to die anyway if he tries to switch back in because of the Stealth Rocks. So he obviously stays in, tries to do damage with Waterfall, but ends up getting his Gyarados KO'd. And I'm kind of angry here that I get the third Outrage, because obviously I wanted to switch before he could send in Skarmory, but I do get the third Outrage, get some damage on Skarmory, and all he really does is Whirlwind. And he whirlwinds into the guy I actually wanted him to whirlwind into, because now I can set up Leech Seed again on the Skarmory, which is awesome. So I set up Leech Seed, but it misses again. I mean, come on. Leech Seed is a 90 accuracy move. Why is it acting like a 10 accuracy move for me? It's so annoying. So on the second Leech Seed, I do get it, and he sets up the final layer of spikes. And that's going to wreak havoc on my entire team. And I go with their cover, not really knowing what he's going to do, and he goes with the Whirlwind. I was kind of expecting the Drill Peck, I guess. But he goes into Salamence, and Salamence is immune to spikes, being a flyer. And that's pretty awesome, because he just gets healed from this, which is great. And I don't think he knows about my Fire Blast, so I use it, and that takes down Skarmory. That crit didn't matter, I don't think. And that's awesome. Skarmory goes down. That annoying bird is finally dead. And he goes now into the Electivire. And I haven't seen this yet, and I was thinking I might be faster, but it's Jolly. So I go down, and that's life. So I go into Heatran, and I'm going to go with, what do I go with here? Yes, I go with the Earth Power, but he switches into Aerodactyl, so Aerodactyl's immune. So I go in my own Aerodactyl, and he springs the Stone Edge, and that's fine. Aerodactyl pretty much acts as death fodder, that's why I was sending it in anyway. So now I go into Scizor, and I'm going to be able to hit him with the Bullet Punch, but he goes into Electivire. And I think it's going to be a 2-hit KO on Electivire anyway, so that's what I do. And the Electivire does go down, which is great. And he goes into Ninetales again. And I'm going to stay in Bullet Punch, hoping to KO it. But he does survive with a few hit points and able to set up the Hypnosis on my Scizor. And that's rather lame. And now he's going to switch it back into Aerodactyl. I don't really know why, considering Ninetales is going to die when he switches back in anyway. So I go into Heatran. And I know Aerodactyl does outrun Modest Scarf Heatran, so I stay in just to die, I guess. And I go into Celebi now. So he Fire Fangs. I know that's not going to kill me, and I'm just going to Psychic, and that should kill the Aerodactyl. He survives with a few hit points, but he's going to die to another Psychic anyway. He tries for the Stone Edge, hoping to KO me. It doesn't work. And Aerodactyl goes down, and shortly after, Ninetales will go down to the Stealth Rocks. So another great game, Game Freak. Really fun. To my subscribers, make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. It takes a while sending in the Ninetales here. I don't really know why. Maybe he was just angry. No, my Ninetales or something. But anyway, I am back at college, so uploading should slow to a crawl. But good game, Game Freak.